excited for you because I feel like there's a surprise coming in that you could not anticipate at this moment. Now, this could have to do with love. This could have to do with something else. Also, please excuse me. I'm very sweaty right now. I just finished with the gym and I'm breaking out and all this stuff, but whatever. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Matt. I'm a psychic medium and I'm here to deliver you a message today. So I don't know what it is about your energy, but I feel like you are just not seeing what is ahead of you right now. I feel like for a lot of you, you've probably been in a period of stagnancy or just kind of like there's not a lot of movement forward. I'm also seeing a grill, so I wonder for some of you if you've gotten a new grill, if you just cleaned your grill. It could also have to do with like a grill, you know what I'm saying, and not actually like a grill where you're making burgers and stuff like that. But yeah, I do think that you are taking steps towards progress in whatever way, shape, form that is for you. I actually do feel like this has to do with love. So I don't know if there's something that you've been waiting on or if there's a person that's been in your energy, maybe a hot and cold, maybe there's sort of this like separation, no contact situation going on. I'm also hearing Tracy, Lacey, Casey. So something with that like E sound. Yeah. Definitely with that like long E sound. You could be seeing crows or just birds a lot. Maybe you're seeing things in pairs. Definitely flying things, even insects. So maybe dragonflies, butterflies, things of that nature. I also think first, and this is very specific message for some of you, I do feel like you've started a new skincare routine. But anyway, getting back to it, I do think that this person is sort of getting their ducks in a row or getting their ducks in order. I do feel like it's been quite some time since you've spoken to this person or seen this person, but I do think that they're missing you. I think they're very sweet too. I don't think this is like a player type of energy. I absolutely don't think this is, well, no, I know that this is not somebody who's hurt you. I have to make that very clear because I will never ever encourage you to engage with anyone that's caused you harm in any way, shape, or form. So if you do think that I am talking about this person, then I please advise you to scroll away from this video. Because I would never want to promote that. So yeah, I also think that there's something about sugar. So I don't know if you've just been like eating a lot of sugar recently or like sugar levels or something like that. Yeah, I don't know what the vibe is there, and Dory from Finding Nemo, which also has come up in a previous message. So I think a lot of you are probably from the same collective that I've been tapping into. But yeah, just know that everything is working out in your favor. Whatever you want wants you more. And I do feel like there's sort of this energy around like hopelessness as well. Like I kind of think that you have sort of given up a little bit on like this connection coming in or this person coming in or even just like getting what you want. And I don't know if you've been reflecting on a lot of memories or like triggers or I don't know what the vibe is, but I do feel like there is sort of this backwards energy that's happening. Like I think you're going within, and I do think you're analyzing maybe your patterns of behavior, your belief system, whatever the case is. But ultimately, I do feel like you're making progress this way. It doesn't feel like you're backtracking. It does feel like you're going like back in time a little bit though, which I do think is necessary for you. And actually, I think that's partially why you two were pulled apart at this time. And I do think that they were meant to trigger this in some way, shape, or form. I do also feel like you're probably noticing that everything is connected. So you may be thinking of a song and then you hear it, or also a windmill, or like, you know, those things that you'd like the pinwheel thing. It's like you blow on and it goes like this. I don't know if you guys have seen that recently, but that's also another, confirmation. There could also be a communication issue because my throat did just kind of get blocked there a little bit. So like I said, you may not have spoken to this person in a while, but just understand that there are things happening behind the scenes and you have to trust in the universe, trust in the divine, that they do have your back. And I do feel like maybe there's this wound around like never really getting what you want. And maybe that's something that you're assessing when you are going within and you're going back in time. I don't want to say backwards because you're not going backwards. But maybe there's sort of this energy around like, damn, like you know how people like, you're like, I never win anything, you enter a raffle and you never really win anything or whatever. I do feel like that's changing. Like, I think your luck is changing. I think that things in this situation that I've been speaking about are changing. And I feel like you do feel this, but there's like doubt that creeps up and creeps in. I also just want to say for some of you, I don't know if you've gotten a new truck, but I do think there's like a new truck or just maybe sort of a truck of significance. Maybe you drive a truck. I don't know what the vibe is. Also, Idaho did just pop into my head, so I don't know, maybe some of you are from Idaho. That is so specific, and I never really even think of Idaho or talk about Idaho. All I know, really, to tell you the truth about Idaho is that there's a lot of potatoes. Is that even true? I don't know. I'm sorry if you're from Idaho and you're like, this bitch knows nothing about it. Like, I don't know. I feel like, I'm from the East Coast. Like, I don't know. I've never been to Idaho. So anyway, but getting back to it, I think that this person's heart and emotions have been under lock and key for quite some time, but I do think you creeped in there. And I think that, like I said, you guys were sort of brought together to trigger one another. This could very well be a soulmate of yours. And I do feel like reconciliation is on the table. Now, you guys have to understand that the energy that I'm tapping into is a collective energy. So it is going to be different person to person, and energy is constantly changing and shifting. So, with that being said, like, if you want to dive into this a bit more, feel free to book a reading with me. Obviously, you can also just kind of see how things play out. But I do just want to make you guys aware of that because, like, I don't know, I think it can become confusing with these readings, and there just are so many messages out there that, like, I don't know, sometimes I see comments and it's like, I can't even really think of one right now. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank, but like, anyway, just understand that this is a collective reading, so not everything is going to resonate for you always, and also, like I said, energy is constantly shifting and changing, so, like, I'm tapping into the current energy of the situation, but yeah. Anyway, also please beware of scammers. I will never contact you first. And for those of you who are interested in my manifestation journal /PDF, that will be coming out sometime in September. I'm still working on it. I'm very, very excited to share it with you guys. There are just so many good little juicy things in there for you, and I can't wait to share it. But yeah, also please use your discernment when watching content like this. It's so very important, that you trust yourself first. I also am thinking about putting together like maybe like a Tarot 101 sort of training for you guys or something like that. Definitely let me know if you'd be interested in that, because that could be really helpful, especially if you see messages like this a lot, to kind of learn how to read for yourself. And so that way you can kind of cross-check the messages that you're receiving. And actually, I think this does go hand in hand with what I was trying to say about the collective energy before. So again, let me know if you're interested in that. I would love to help you learn tarot better and learn how to read for yourself and all this stuff, because that is the number one most important thing when it comes to engaging with content like this. And I just want to remind you that you have the power within you to manifest anything you want, to understand if a reading is meant for you or not. Like, my words, other people's words, whatever the case is, they don't hold any power over what you think and believe for yourself. So, I think that's really important to emphasize, especially when I talk about my manifestation journal. It's just a guide for those of you who want a little help in terms of, like, understanding how to sort of go about things, or, if you need a little, like, I don't know, just like I said, guidance in terms of understanding techniques and stuff like that. But, understand you don't need this product. Like, you have the power within you. Everything exists within you. So, I just want to make that announcement as well. But anyway, I love you guys so much. Rock and roll, my spiritual gangsters. I will be back with another message shortly. Sorry, again, a little out of it, but I love you guys so much. XOXO.